Well, hi there, everybody, and welcome. I'm Cindy Daychuck with Queen Bee Creations. Thanks for tuning in today. Now, today is kind of different, kind of fun, because it's my eldest grandson's 15th birthday. Yeesh, how did that happen? And like most teenagers, he has some big wants. And so most of us are all contributing some cash. And I just thought, handing him some cash was a little boring. And I've done some of the typical things, to my kids where I bought puzzle boxes and put the money in and they couldn't get it until they could open the puzzle box. Putting it in the bottom of a great big bin of cheese puffs. I have unrolled a whole roll of toilet paper, put it somewhere in there and then re-rolled it all. So, there's kind of a tradition. And what I was thinking was, I don't know about you guys, but when I finish off any of these wipes, I save this thing just because it just strikes me as useful. So I had this idea, and so I'm bringing you along because I think it could be a cool card. So we'll see. We'll see if it works. So my thinking is this. I've taken some scrapbooking paper, and I have just placed 2 sheets back to back, cut them out to a reasonable card size because this is going to go on the inside, so I needed it bigger than this, and I needed to let it have lots of room. And ultimately, we'll be gluing them together. So we've got the outside, the inside. So put the outside away. This is my inside. And what I'm going to do is I want to glue this. Now I'm going to use some hot glue on this. It's still a little tacky, but just because I really want it stuck down well. Yeesh, okay. And then I'm going to stick it in the middle of my page. So this is going to be kind of the little open me, and he'll open it up, and this is where his money's going to come from. So what we want to do is take a little X-Acto knife, and let me just cut over top of something here, and I'm just gonna cut out the inside paper. Did I go through? Mostly. Now I can see where it is. Oh, because my blade is broken off. It doesn't have a point. That figures. Okay. So there's our little opening to our card. And this is ultimately, and that's not glued on very well. Let me get a little bit, I was trying to be, usually I glop this on to everything, and because this was on paper, I was trying to be very delicate about it all. All right, so that hole, ultimately, it's gonna be backed into this, right? So you're not going to see that. This is gonna open onto there. But before we can glue it, what we want to do, what I wanna do, is, so in Canada, we don't have $1 bills anymore. We don't have $2 bills anymore. We have loonies and toonies. We have coins, which means the smallest bill that we have is a 5. So I have a mess of 5s. And what I'm going to do, and I'm just telling you this so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do all this, is I am going to take a bit of Scotch tape and I'm going to tape them all together. So I'm going to make one long train of my 5s. Okay? So I'm going to do that without you because you really, you know what Scotch taping looks like. And I'm just doing a little piece, and I'm just doing it lengthwise. So it doesn't damage the bill. I'm not defacing anything. It's still legal tender, and you can just simply cut that apart, right? So you don't even have to try and pull it. Now, here's the thing. It would be nice that all of these were nice and flat for what I want to do, but Canadian money will melt if you try and iron it, so don't do that, right? Then you lose your money. So what we are going to do is tape these all together, and then I'll come back at you and I'll show you where we're at. Now, I haven't taped all of them in because I just want to give you the idea of what we're doing, and then you can add as much as you need to. And because once I actually put the entire card together, I can't pull it out to show it to you because then I can't put it back in. So, let me show you. All right, so what I've done is I have glued this side together, but I've not glued this side together. I will glue it together once I load all my money into it, but then it's a one-shot deal, okay? So what we have done is this. On my last piece, my last bill, I have attached a big long train, and that's where I will put my happy birthday wishes. So he's got all that. You then fold the money and crease it in a back and forth accordion manner, right? So almost like Kleenex in the box. So we've got it going back and forth, and just crease it so it stays nice and tight. On the first one, right, the top one, I've taken just a part of a tag. I've cut the tag down to size so that this is what's going to stick through my little hole. Okay? So, let me get this. So, let me get. All right. Let me get this so you can see. So before we've glued this together, what we will do is this. We will line this up, and you'll see that I've deliberately folded it so it fits, right? So this little card, whoops. So this little card comes through my opening. I'm gonna leave my strings inside, and I'm just going to put a message saying pull, right? So this is all, once this is loaded, now I can glue down around all my sides. It's going to be puffy, but that's okay, all right? So then I can put open or, you know, whatever message I want there. You open it up. Here's the little pull strings. And then you start pulling out the big long stream of money, which is going to be even longer until you get to the happy birthday, which shows that there's no more. Just something kind of fun. Because I was creating it in the shop already, I thought maybe I'd share it with you. Just something different. If you've got somebody with a special birthday, you could mix and match the bills, toss in a 10 or a 20. I'm just more evil. It's like a bunch of money, and it's all fives. So it's gonna be very big, it's gonna be very puffy, but I think it'll still work. So just a different way of maybe passing along some money. You could certainly do a little bit of money, or you could do just all kinds of messages, right? That if you're giving a gift card, your gift card is at the very, very end, and you've got this great big long accordion message that they have to keep reading and reading as it comes out until you finally get to the gift card. It's just a different way of giving one. Let me know what you think, guys. Love to hear from you as always. Just a quick little idea for you that I thought was kind of fun. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. And until then, take care.